Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Ginger Pierce, and I'm one of the agents with Marvelous Mouse Travels. We are the agency that runs this Facebook group, along with several others that are focused on different destinations. We are also an earmarked platinum authorized Disney vacation planner agency. And what that means is that we are trained by Disney, often on site at their different destinations, and we are recognized by them as being experts in their vacation products. So, welcome to Sundays with MMT. This is a weekly live agent panel video series that we do in one of our Facebook groups every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. And we're really excited to be here in this group tonight to talk to you about Magic Kingdom table service restaurants. So, we're going to be giving you our rankings of the Magic Kingdom table service restaurant options, but we would obviously love to hear your feedback as well. So, if at any point you have, you would like to share how you would rank these particular restaurants, or if you have any questions about these restaurants or about the Magic Kingdom in general, go ahead at any point during the video and drop those into the comment section. And then towards the end, we will come back and we will address as many of those questions as we can. We are using a platform called StreamYard to go live this evening. So you may be asked to approve StreamYard to display your username and profile picture if you want to post a comment. Just know that you can decline that permission and you can still post anonymously, and we'll be able to interact with you that way. So I'm joined by three of our marvelous agents. Ladies, thank you so much for being with us tonight. And if you would take just a little bit to tell everybody your name, how long you've been with the agency, and the best way for people to contact you if they're interested in planning a trip.
Hi, guys. My name is Becca. I've been with the agency for 5 years now, and you can reach me by my email, becca@marvelousmousetravels.com.
Hey, my name is Carrie. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I have been with the agency for almost 5 years, and you can reach me at my email, which is down below at carrie.byers@marvelousmousetravels.com.
Hi, everybody. My name's Jen McGurn, and I have been with the agency for about 5 years, and I can be reached at the email below.
And again, my name is Ginger. I'm about to celebrate my 4-year anniversary with the agency next month. And the best way to reach out to me is to visit my blog, which you can find at gingermmt.com. So just so everyone kind of understands the background information here, there are obviously a lot of, eating options in Magic Kingdom, everything from little kiosks to different, snack carts. Our personal favorite in the agency for most of us is the cheeseburger spring roll cart in Adventureland. We love those things. We could talk Disney snacks and Disney quick service all day long, but that's not what we're doing tonight. We probably will do a future episode of Sundays with MMT where we will rank the snack kiosks and where we'll rank the quick service options, but we're just focusing tonight on the table service restaurants in Magic Kingdom. And there are 7 table service restaurants. They're in alphabetical order on this slide, so not necessarily our rank order, but they are Be Our Guest Restaurant. This is a prix meal. It has kind of a French flair to it because it is themed after Beauty and the Beast. So you are eating in the Beast Castle with Be Our Guest. Cinderella's Royal Table is that iconic character experience inside Cinderella Castle itself. And so, you are literally in the castle. And during normal operations, you get to meet 4 to 5 princesses at this meal. Right now, it's just Cinderella, but that could change again at some point in the future and bring back more princesses to that. Liberty Tree Tavern is in Liberty Square. That has kind of a, Thanksgiving type menu. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Skipper Canteen is in Adventureland. It's themed after the Jungle Cruise. Super fun details in that restaurant. Crystal Palace is located right on Main Street. In fact, the last 3 here are all located right on Main Street. Crystal Palace used to be a Winnie the Pooh character meal. It is not right now, but it has lots of different buffet options. The Plaza restaurant has like sandwiches, soups, lots of different things. Also, it's right next to the ice cream parlor. So really good desserts there. And then last but not least, we have Tony's Town Square, which is themed after Lady and the Tramp and offers American takes on Italian favorites. And so that's the ones that we're going to be ranking for you. So we're going to kind of have each agent share their rank orders from their least favorite to their most favorite. And we're going to go in alphabetical order. So we're going to be starting tonight with Becca. So Becca, take it away.
I will just preface this by saying this was extremely hard. It's like if you know me, my love language is if somebody else chooses where we eat. So trying to choose, let alone rank them, was very hard. But my number 7 was Tony Town Square. And really that is just because we haven't been there in several years. And so to me, that's like least favorite, but still amazing food. Love their chicken parmesan. And they have awesome, like gluten-free, even pastas that you can have. So I appreciate that. Number 6 was Liberty Tree Tavern. And again, it's kind of the same. I haven't been there in years. And buffets make it a little harder for like food allergies, which I have. So that's number 6. Number 5, Crystal Palace. I should say back to number 6. Sorry. They do have an amazing gluten-free stuffing, which that's my favorite Thanksgiving dish. So, okay, back to Crystal Palace. Same, buffets are just a little trickier for me. Number 4 was close to being number 2, but I am a kind of adventurous eater, and I love that this one offers you not your variety like theme park food. So they have really good sweet chili sauce on their fried chicken, and they do have gluten-free chicken, so that's my favorite. And I love that it's in Adventureland. Number 3, the Plaza. That one is just so fun and classic. Like you just walk in and it is, very classic. I love their Main Street burger. You've got gluten-free buns, and practically all their sandwiches and burgers you can get gluten-free versions, which is awesome. Number 2, I just went there this past spring, and for the first time, and it was awesome. It was so cool to be eating in the castle. That's why I loved it. They also have amazing seasonal dishes. So they have a standard menu kind of, but you'll always have different garnishes and seasonal like vegetables. And for their, my favorite dessert was the Jack and Gus cheesecake.
Yeah.
And each time you go, apparently that's different because they will use what they have available for fruits and that kind of stuff. So it's really good. My number 1 is Be Our Guest. And that's, it was my, Beauty and the Beast was my favorite growing up. And so to be able to eat in the castle, I just geek out every time. I can't help it. The food's delicious. And they have some very good options for food allergies as well. But just to eat in the castle. I love it.
Yeah.
So.
I think that Be Our Guest, even more than Cinderella's Royal Table, kind of transports you into the movie. Like they even used for the windows, like the snow outside the windows in the ballroom, they used the actual animation from the movie. And so like you really do, you feel like you're there. I mean, it is that kind of like reaction when you walk in there for the first time.
We got to eat in the West Wing last time, and I was like, you can hardly
cool.
see your food, but it was just amazing to be like, we're in the West Wing. So
I know.
I love it.
It's awesome. All right, Carrie, well, you are up next.
Okay, well, I have to start off by completely agreeing with Becca. This was so hard to do because all of these restaurants are amazing. So ranking them, I really think I put way too much thought into it because I just couldn't decide. And I don't know about you guys, but I attach, like, for us, food is a big part of our trip. And so a lot of times when I really like a restaurant, it's because I have a memory attached to it. Yeah. So that's kind of how I did my ranking. So number 7 for me is Liberty Tree Tavern. And not that it's a bad restaurant. It's just there were a few others that were better to me. So number 6, Skipper Canteen. I do actually really like Skipper Canteen. I'm not a super adventurous eater, so there was only a couple of things there that I, enjoy. But like Becca said, I love that it's in Adventureland, and I think that it's just has a really cool theming. And so even though it's number 6, I still really like it. Number 5 is Tony's Town Square. I love Italian food. I love the location of Tony's. I love that there's the secret window where you can see the scene from Lady and the Tramp. I think that's really cool. So Tony's Town Square, love it. Number 4, the Plaza. So one of the things that I like most about this restaurant is its location. And one of the times that we ate there, I remember we just walked up. We didn't have a reservation, which that doesn't always happen, but they were able to seat us and we sat outside and it was just so cool to see the castle while we were eating. And inside is such a neat atmosphere as well. So that's why I love the Plaza. Number 3 was Crystal Palace. Buffets are typically easier when you have a picky eater, which my daughter is a picky eater. And so I think that just Crystal Palace is so cool being right there on Main Street and, you know, right near the castle, and buffet is easy for kids. So I really like it there. Cinderella's Royal Table is number 2. I love the castle. I think they have good food there. I think they have, although their menu is a little limited, I think they have enough that anybody could pretty much find something that they like. You can't beat seeing the castle and imagining that you're Cinderella and you live there. So yeah, super cool experience. And then my number 1 is Be Our Guest. And as I said, I always attach a memory to my experiences. I will never forget the first time we ate at Be Our Guest. It was Christmas time and the snow coming down at the window and just seeing how neat it was, all 3 of the different rooms that you can eat in. I just thought it was gorgeous, and Beauty and the Beast was my favorite movie as a kid too. So I don't know, Be Our Guest and Cinderella's Royal Table was hard for me to choose number 1, but to me, Be Our Guest has just a little bit of an edge over Cinderella's Royal Table.
That's awesome. All right, Jen, what do you think?
Okay. All right. So I have to agree with the ladies. It was difficult, but for me, not quite as difficult. And you might start to see a little bit of a theme. So for me, number 7 is Tony's Town Square. And that would be simply because I'm not huge on Italian. Personally, I when I go away, when I go to restaurants, I want to eat at places that are very different from anywhere that I can eat at home. And for me, Tony's is outstanding. Love the theming. It's so adorable. But that's why it's number 7 for me. And then next is the Plaza. Love the location. Like Carrie said, I love being right on Town Square. Their desserts are outstanding. Almost bumped them up just based on the dessert because they're so, so good. But for me, just the food's very good again, but nothing that jumps out at me as something I can't get when I'm at home.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, Liberty Tree Tavern. I really enjoy that family style, the Thanksgiving feel. If I'm going to Liberty Tree, it's going to be at Thanksgiving or Christmas time. That's when I most enjoy being at that restaurant. It's very, very filling, very traditional food, and all you can eat. Number 4, this was hard. I almost put this a little higher. I love Skipper Canteen. I was so excited when the Magic Kingdom got a new restaurant. I felt like it was overdue. And I love the feel and the environment. If you've ever done Whispering Canyon and you know how those waiters and servers like to kind of play with you and joke around, that's how it's been for me at Skipper Canteen. They're very funny with the whole Jungle Cruise theme. And I like the food, but I love the environment and the servers. Always a great time. Be Our Guest. Be Our Guest is, like we said, completely immersive. Being able to go to the West Wing, being in the main dining room. And here's where you're going to start to see a theme. I love any restaurant where I could see a character. So if you go at dinner, you can meet the Beast pre-COVID. So I'm hoping that now that we've heard that hugs and autographs are coming back, hopefully we will be able to meet the Beast after dinner again. The other thing that really sells Be Our Guest for me is that I love a good breakfast. I'm a huge breakfast fan. Right now, again, they're not doing breakfast, but when they were, that was my favorite meal to have there, only second to being able to meet the Beast at dinner. Number 2, Cinderella's Royal Table, same sort of thing. Princesses, characters, breakfast. And you can't beat the fact that you are eating in Cinderella's castle. The food is wonderful. the environment, it's just beautiful. But being able to see those princesses when they're there, that's a really neat experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know I'm in the minority on this one, but again, characters. Characters, breakfast, buffet style, all you can eat. So pre-COVID, Crystal Palace is Pooh and Friends. And like Carrie said, you like to attach memories, to your experiences. And we have done Crystal Palace for breakfast, lunch, and dinner over the years. And it's just always been, I have like these pictures just stamped in my mind without even looking at them, of the kids hugging Pooh or hugging Tigger.
Right.
And the food is delicious. They have some really great menu items that are very different from things that I feel like I would have at home. But the big selling point for me is those characters when they come back. It's a really great experience. And along with the plaza, I mean, it's a great location, right on the opposite corner of Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so pretty with all the windows. I mean, it's a gorgeous environment too. So for me, Crystal Palace takes it.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So I will go last. So I mean, I echo what everybody has already said. This was really difficult, especially when I was trying to decide between like two and one in particular were probably the hardest decision to make for me. But my number 7 is Skipper Canteen, and probably the thing that other people love about Skipper Canteen in that it isn't your kind of traditional theme park food. That's what makes it a little bit more difficult for us, just because my family, we're not super adventurous eaters. And so we like a little bit more of the, safe menu options. Not that you can't find something there, you totally can, but, not as many options maybe as some of the others for us. And I do, though, think that the theming of Skipper Canteen it's one of the neatest themed restaurants in Magic Kingdom. And it's Imagineering at its finest, because it's not always overtly in your face. It's like little subtle things for you to notice. So every time you eat there, you're probably going to notice something different. Liberty Tree Tavern is my number 6. And this is just because I agree with what other people said, that it is a great restaurant, and, it gives you a lot of food for the price that you're paying. But, I'm a little bit picky about my traditional Thanksgiving, like turkey and dressing. Like we're Southern. And so we're really picky about stuff like that. And so
yes, we are.
and so I typically tend not to like that type of food at a restaurant. It's never as good as my mom made, essentially. So, Crystal Palace is my number 5, and I agree with everything Jen said. It is beautiful in there. It is themed after the actual Crystal Palace that Prince Albert, had built for Queen Victoria. It's beautiful in there. And when the characters are there, it's an excellent option, particularly for breakfast. But with the characters not there right now, that's why I put it a little bit further down my list. Number 4 for me is Tony's Town Square. And that's just because I loved Lady and the Tramp as a kid. And I had a Cocker Spaniel named Lady after that movie, so, it's sentiment to me. And I also really like, Italian food. And so, my kids like Italian food. It's easy for them to go there and get pasta or pizza or something. So it's an easy place for our family to eat. Plus, I love being right there on Main Street. It's a beautiful, beautiful environment. For me, number 3 is the Plaza. I actually just ate here for the first time back in December, and we had a table where we were literally looking out the window at the castle. And at Christmas time, the projections on the castle are changing like every 15 minutes. So we were watching that happen out the window of this restaurant, and it was just beautiful. I mean, it was the coolest place to sit and have dinner. And I ordered, let's see, I think I had their nightly special, which was like pot roast or something. It was really good. My husband ordered their Monte Cristo, and I was super jealous because I'm diabetic. So I can't have, deep fried, covered in powdered sugar with raspberry jam sandwiches or anything like that. But I did take a bite of his, and it was one of the most delicious things I've ever had. So that was really good. I wish I could have eaten the whole thing. Number 2 for me is Be Our Guest. And again, it was so hard to choose between Be Our Guest and Cinderella's Royal Table. But I picked Be Our Guest number 2 is because, I loved Beauty and the Beast growing up. I love the theming of that restaurant. But like Carrie said earlier, with memories, I will never forget the look on my daughter's face the first time we walked in for Cinderella's royal table. And so that is my number one. I have it on video of the way she just lit up when Cinderella walked in, and it was magical. And so I don't really think you can top the experience of being in the castle, especially if you have a little girl who loves princesses and all of that kind of stuff. So that's why I put that one as my number one. But this was really hard. There's a lot of really, when I really thought about it, I was like, oh man, there's several of them that I could have, felt like I was almost flipping a coin between the two. And imagine if we do the same thing for Epcot. Like,
Epcot would be even harder, I think.
Yeah. Well, because a lot of people. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I just think it was very challenging to do, knowing that a lot of the reasons that I rank things the way I do rank them are not currently happening.
Yeah.
Like not having the breakfasts at some of my favorite places and not having characters. But I just decided to do my list based on Disney the way I know it and do it when things are normal.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And hopefully it'll be again soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, especially in light of their announcement that, traditional character experiences are coming back. That was, that's a huge deal.
Yes, that brought me to tears. I was so happy.
I know. And so I've got fingers crossed that we're going to see maybe some more character meals coming back, or maybe even a dining plan. I don't know. Fingers crossed. That could be nice. So we'll see.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, and obviously, stay tuned in this group. As soon as we have any official information about any of that, we are always really quick to post that. But we're never going to post any rumors or anything like that. We're always going to wait until we hear it directly from Disney before we post anything like that. I know there are some rumors and things floating out there, but we just wait until we hear it directly from the source. So we're got our ears open, and we're looking forward to hopefully hearing some more things from them about that soon. But we thank you all so much for watching with us tonight. I don't see any comments right now, but just keep in mind that, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, or if you're watching it in the group on Facebook after the fact, we do continue to monitor these videos for comments even after they're no longer live. So if you have a question or anything, you can still post that in the comments, and we can come back and address that for you later. But if you'd like to,
if they want to share,
they
agree with us,
for sure.
I'd love to hear what people think.
Absolutely.
Me too.
Yeah,
for sure. Yes,
That'd be
definitely. Great. We would love to hear your thoughts of your favorites as well, and why. And if you'd like to get more information about planning a trip from any of the agents that you heard from tonight, remember you can find our contact information. Oh, we did get one there. Oh, well, you're very welcome. Thank you for watching.
Hope that was helpful.
Yeah, hopefully it was. And if you would like to get more information about planning a trip, all of our contact information is back at the beginning of the video. Keep in mind that it doesn't cost you any extra to book your Disney vacation through one of our agents compared to what you would pay just going on Disney's website and booking it yourself. Because we are an authorized Disney vacation planner agency, we are able to, book at the same price that you would see online. But when you book through one of our agents, you're getting expert, concierge level vacation planning services at no additional charge. We can help you with anything from a theme park vacation to a cruise to an all-inclusive and beyond. So again, thank you all so much for watching with us tonight, and we hope to see you again soon for another episode of Sundays with MMT. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.